Bringing fighters and bombers to the front lines, carriers can deploy squadrons of crafts to defend the fleet or go on the offensive. This makes them extremely important in any kind of fleet engagement, but also a major target. A carrier's size can vary greatly. Their classification is based on being specialised for carrying smaller vessels opposed to how large they are. That being said, in general, carriers sit around frigate or cruiser size, as this is usually sufficient to carry a sizable fighter complement and all the systems necessary along with it. The size of carriers in a fleet also depends greatly on the size of the fleet's mainline fighters, with smaller fighter fleets usually operating smaller carriers due to them not needing as much room. Carriers are typically lightly armoured. The main purpose of the armour is to protect the fighters within, as they are the most valuable part of the vessel. This can be done by a simple layer of armour around the hangar. Some specialised carriers disregard armour completely in favour of quicker launch times with exposed flight decks or externally carried fighters. Typically, a carrier's armament should be focused on defence and protecting its fighters while they are aboard. This usually consists of a first point defence grid and sometimes short range heavy hitting weaponry. Since carriers will be well protected and escorted within a fleet, they won't get many opportunities to hit enemy capital ships with their own weaponry, so typically long range guns will be dead weight. I recommend equipping strong point defence turrets. Fast turning and fast firing should be the focus. Gatling turrets are useful for taking down missiles and torpedoes. Their quick turning rate and high rate of fire is useful for laying down heavy continuous fire to deter fighters from getting it close, or even smaller large ships. Custom autocannon flak turrets are great at knocking out enemy fighters. These should play a key role in your main anti-fighter batteries. Missile turrets can also be very effective at close range, and if they land a hit on a small craft, it's often devastating. They can also inflict serious damage to corvette-sized vessels should they stray too close. A carrier's strength lies in its fighter complements. A carrier should have the majority of its interior volume dedicated to storing and maintaining its fighter complement, in addition to sustaining the extra crew and facilities for manufacturing new parts and components for its squadrons. There are also multiple subcategories of carriers. Strike carriers are designed to jump in and quickly throw out fighters while also providing fire support as more of a hands-on carrier. Assault carriers usually have less hangar space and instead play the role of a frigate or a cruiser once their fighter complements are deployed, fielding their own cannons and heavy weaponry. During an engagement, carriers should offer a safe area for fighters and bombers to land, refuel, repair and rearm. They must have an escort at all times during engagements, as they will be specifically targeted by enemy warships due to them being some of the most important ships. Please remember, these videos are my opinion and are not solid fact. Anyone can choose how they wish to class their own ships. I'm just voicing how I go about it in my own ships. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe to support the channel, and as always, take care, everybody.